Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Are you getting me, Gladys?
Yes.
My name is Eric. My name is Eric Ochieng, or for those who doesn't know me. I'm a New Life partner. I partnered with New Life 11 years ago. By then, I used to work somewhere as a watchman with a company called PG Security. And New Life came to me through a total stranger. Someone who found me working with PG Security. Along me in Rubingu Street, there's a building called Cantaria House, a building that is currently occupied by Jumia. I used to work there, and New Life came to me after I had worked there for 2 years. This stranger told me I could make 10,000 shillings part-time with New Life. And PG Security, I was working for 6,000 Kenyan shillings, but after deductions, I was taking home 3,900 Kenyan shillings every other month. I used to live somewhere in Mathare slums, for those who understand Mathare, kwa nyumba ya mabati, pande zote tano. And you see, at times, ile msimu ambayo tuko wa baridi kama huu, ukiwa unaishi kwa nyumba kama hiyo, tofauti yako na ile kitu kimewekwa fridge haipo, because it's so cold. And again, when it's so hot, pia unakaa ni kama uko kwenye oven. And I didn't like that kind of life. So when this person told me I could make 10,000 part-time, I saw an opportunity to shift from the house I was living to at least where I could now pay 3,000 shillings. So my dream that made me join New Life was to shift from a 1,000 shilling a house to where I could now pay 3,000 Kenyan shillings. So when I came for the meeting, I got much interest into doing the business, but I didn't have the money to join. It took me like a week to raise the joining fee, and I got started. That is about 11 years ago. 6 months into the business, I resigned from PG Security. I started doing this business full time. I was 23 years of age. I started realizing I had a certain potential that I didn't know I had when I was working with PG Security. I started seeing some money coming. I got my first check of 785 Kenyan shillings. It gave me an opportunity to open my first bank account because I didn't have one. Because PG Security, we were being paid by M-Pesa. So I continued building my business. I became a senior manager. I became a director. I was still single back then. And when I became a director, I decided to treat myself. I took myself to the coast for lifestyle. I went to Malindi, Eden Rock Hotel. I spent one night there. When I was there, I met a couple from Germany who had saved for 15 years to come to Kenya. And when we shared about their story, when they shared with me about their story, it really caught my attention because I was wondering, these were teachers. These teachers have said for 15 years to be in Kenya. Eric has been in Nairobi. Eric has been in Kenya. And Eric has only been in New Life for a very few time and has gotten to be at the coast. I spent one night in Malindi. The following day, I went to Kilifi, Boaba Beach Hotel. The third day, I went to Mombasa Sapphire Hotel. After then, I came back to Nairobi and I started realizing that this business has got a lot to offer me. I continued building the business. It is at that point that I got a lady who saw a future in me and I saw the future in her. We settled, and as for now, we are blessed with 3 boys. We thank God. The first borns are twins, and the other one is just about going to, in fact, by today, he is turning 2 weeks old. So some of the things that I have achieved through Neolife is first is time, freedom. When I was working as a PG security guy, I used to be in town at 5:45 in the morning. Remember, I have walked all the way from Nairobi to from Mathare to town. So I used to leave town. I used to leave Mathare at 4:30 so that I can be in town on time. So I've gotten time freedom. I've gotten some money. I told you I started with a small check of 785. I have seen this check grow to over 100,000. That is something that I'm really grateful for. Another thing that I have achieved is personal growth. As a watchman, part of the training that we underwent was to see everyone as a suspect. But Neo Life started teaching me on how to see people as prospects. And that has really changed my thinking as much as our business is concerned. Another thing that I have achieved is lifestyle. When I became a director, the company took me to these big hotels in Nairobi. But then, since then, I realized that there is so much in creating time for yourself and your loved ones to go on a holiday. And since then, I do take my family to the coast every year, at least once, so that we can experience life that our parents never gave us. And that is an opportunity that we are also giving our children from a very youthful stage. I started taking my children when they were only 7 months. I started taking them to the coast. To me, that is a very big achievement. Another achievement is when I was 5 years into this business, I managed to build a house up country, a permanent house, 2 bedroom that costed me 0.6 then. And the beauty for me is not in the building that house, but the time it took me to build the house. From the foundation to finishing, it only took me 5 weeks. I know a number of people who take loans to build the houses, but along the way, the houses isn't yet finished, but it takes up to 10 years because this person is struggling to pay back the loan and there's no any other money to continue building. But for me, in only 5 weeks, without any loan anywhere, I managed to do that. So for the people who are in this business, you might have started the business yesterday. You might have started the business a year ago. I want to tell you that there is a lot that you are yet to gain from Neo Life. When I was getting started, I never realized that 10 years later, I am going to have achieved what I have achieved today. But all this came because of persistence. All this came because I kept doing what should be done, what is needed to be done, so that I can achieve, so that I can be where I am today. For the distributors, yeah, I know you are going through some challenges. I went through more than maybe if we share, you might realize that you haven't even started the business. But but I knew one thing. I knew through these challenges, I am going to get out of them much experienced, much stronger, much focused, and that is why I am into this business up to date. And I want to encourage you so that I want to encourage you to see yourself in the next 5 years. See yourself in the next 10 years. What do you want to achieve? To me, where I am now, my next dream is to drive a car. I'm not yet driving. And that is a dream that I've already sat down with my wife and we've already strategized what should be done. And we are already working on it. So I believe that every dream that you've ever thought on in life, Neo Life is going to help you achieve that. Just be there, do what is required. Remember, a business that we are in, if you take a holiday at this time and choose to come back 3 months after, you will start again from zero. So we better play now so that we can enjoy later, rather than enjoying now, and we are going to still work for it until. So I want to encourage you to work hard at this point, because this is where we are building the structure. This is where we are building the foundation. This is where you are realizing your dreams. But 10 years from now, you are going to sit down and you'll never regret even a single moment the investment you put in your life. So for me, I want to wish you a lovely end month. I know you had set something you wanted to achieve towards the end of the month. It's not yet over until it's over. So keep pushing. With these few hours remaining, I know you are going to achieve a lot. May God bless you. May He protect you. May He give you a happy end month. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening to me. May God bless you. Back
Eric,
to you, Gladys.
before you go, Eric, thank you so much for that.
Yes, please.
Maybe you can tell, like, the people who are starting and they are thinking, moving a product is difficult, getting customers is difficult. From the point where you are, how did you work it out to the point where you're able to do your 2,000 personal and even mentor people who are doing so much?
From the beginning, I struggled even to do 100 points. I know many people do struggle with that. And I remember the turning point of my business started at some point when it was my holiday, I mean my birthday, and Safaricom sent me a text message wishing me a happy birthday. And something clicked my mind. Nikajiambia, what if I can create such a message and send them to my clients? That is what I started doing. I constructed a message talking about health, mentioning mentioning no products, but targeting any health conditions. Many health conditions. So people could ask me, now, if I have this problem, what do I need? If I have this problem, what do I need? That is when I started doing my 100 points well. And another thing that has helped me is I have 3 groups, as in broadcast list. When I wake up in the morning at 4 a.m., I send one product information to all these 3 groups. That one information goes to about 700 people. So it gives me an easy time. When now I get to town, I will only answer questions for those who have asked something. And that one has really helped me a lot to gain a lot of sales. Another thing is, at some point, I started going shop to shop here in town along Kirinyaga Road. I used to go shop to shop talking to people. I wasn't going to look for those who doesn't know Neolife. I was going for those who know what Neolife is. So I could go and introduce myself. I am Eric Ochieng. I work with Neolife International, and we are here to teach you about health. Have you ever known about Neolife? Have you ever heard about Neolife? So I could meet some people who already knew what Neolife was, and it was easier for me to deal with them. I could meet those who doesn't understand what Neolife is. I would spend 5-10 minutes explaining to them. Then I'll leave them with a leaflet or something that they can go through. So that one has also helped me a lot. Another area that has helped me is getting referrals for those clients who are satisfied. A client who has bought something from you for about 3, 4, 5 months. And those are some of the things that has helped me be doing the points I do. Besides, I make sure that every end year I give an incentive to my best clients. Best clients, I mean a client whom in a year they have bought products and they have, if I do the calculation, they have given me like 6,000 shillings profit. So those are some of the things that have helped me to become good in personal points. Gladys.